Number 15. The Loud Stepper of Largo. A creeper in Largo, Florida makes absolutely no attempt to mute his tracks as he stomps to a window and pokes his face inside.
It will make the hair on your neck stand, and it is just one example of what the people living inside this home on Tropic Boulevard in Largo have been dealing with.
I feel like he's just way too intent and way too, I guess, bold.
Obviously, anybody is going to hear all that racket at their bedroom window, and that's precisely what makes this video extra terrifying. Apparently, this creepy stranger peeks in all the time, and in a way I suspect he gets an extra thrill, loudly approaching towards the girl inside. This encounter only goes on for a momentary glimpse, and then he walks away. What he thinks is an intimate moment is ruining this poor girl's life. The police are searching for him. So if you are in the Largo area and know this man, definitely don't keep the info to yourself. Number 14. Evil Lessons. Horrifying CCTV video from Karachi, Pakistan shows a group of kids happily playing in the neighborhood when two people circle them and select the one with no one else nearby. The scary men are caught on neighborhood CCTV speeding away. The kids get only a few steps before realizing their friend has been taken. Thankfully, this is just a lesson to teach the kids to be safer next time. He circles back and drops the kid off safe. The person who made this is demonstrating how thousands of kids are taken every year just like this in Pakistan. He has a valid point, but do you think he is taking it too far? He could seriously scar that kid for life and should have probably just left them alone. Plus, if he does this with a parent around, I doubt they will take it lightly or even believe him. Number 13. Oops. Usually it's the intruders who are doing the scaring, but every once in a while they're the ones frozen with fear after they get caught on camera. This person has lookouts on the outside, but he doesn't think to look out for a car-mounted camera system that turns on when the car shakes for any reason. You can see how surprised he is when the camera turns on by itself and shines a bright light on his face. He probably thought it was a flashlight, but is surprised to see it's something worse: video evidence. This happened in Oregon, but as far as I was able to find, the man responsible was not found. At least it stopped what he was doing before he took anything though. Number 12. Ningsi Tin MP. Some seriously scary moments are caught on live stream at a spiritual commune. There's a sudden intake of breath as soon as her movements begin, despite not looking at her hands. His body rises to form the same V shape that her arms make without looking at her. It's like he feels it, or rather the demon inside does, and then he relaxes when she does. At 12 minutes and 35 seconds, he looks over to someone, a loved one perhaps, who obviously cares for him, and goes into hysterics at something he says. If you speak the language, please let us know. Possessed people come to this advisor from all over Indonesia in search of someone who can separate them from their demonic attachment. Creepy videos like this live stream have me wondering if this possession is real. I think it might be real, but they also could be experiencing some sort of mass delusion from panic. Number 11. Paranormal remodeling. Pilot Error podcast claims to have had a poltergeist caught on camera in their kitchen. All of this can be done with two people and strings in my opinion, so it's hard to say if this was a real poltergeist caught on tape or just a good scripted video. Number 10. Sky Blue.
Something is in the sky.
An unexplained light in the sky has everyone in Hawaii weirded out. On December 29th, 2020, a woman is surprised to see this mysterious object pass over her home. She jumps in her car and followed it for over 2 miles until it reaches the ocean, at which point it dropped.
Or the line in the water, whatever it is.
The Federal Aviation Administration has no records of missing aircraft on their radar that night, and nothing has been recovered from the ocean. No other federal organizations are able to provide any answers. So what do you think this strange sighting really was? I think it might have been a blimp getting smaller on the horizon and looking like it falls into the ocean. Number 9. Merry Halloween. A man named Charles Lewis has a channel that's mostly him playing guitar, but there is also a scary home security video as well. 2 woefully weird things are caught on camera on Christmas of 2020. A recliner goes moving across the floor by itself at 4 seconds. That's not to say somebody isn't grabbing underneath from behind, but I never see the couch raise even a little when it's pulled back. Then at 14 seconds, this creepy phantom apparition waves a solid black arm in the doorway. This could be a ghost sighting, or it could be someone with a black blanket over them, either Charles Lewis himself or one of his friends. If so, then maybe they were able to push the couch well covered with the blanket, so as to avoid getting caught on camera. Number 8. Basement screams. A group of friends from Saudi Arabia decide to go exploring a house that's so legendarily haunted they don't dare investigate far, but unfortunately for them, just being there at all is already too close.
ده في صوت
They hear an object fall and run back upstairs giddy with fear, but whatever's down there isn't through with them yet. A scary, loud scream coming from within the haunted house has them running once more, and I really don't blame them. Number 7. No, I'm good. Some really weird things that are beyond creepy are caught on video when a live streamer tries to go home late at night.
I think this is my way home. I'm really not sure. Huh?
Check your eyes, you know?
Let me just jump in and point out that complimenting someone on their eyes late at night is strange enough, but it's especially odd when approaching them from behind. Anyway,
I want to even know you more.
I go home. I need to go home. I'm just gonna walk home alone. I really want to walk alone. I'm gonna call my friend.
He seems clueless at best, dangerous at worst. There's not even a hint to take. She flat out tells him she needs to go home, and instead of apologizing, he strangely offers to follow her back to her house. She says she's calling a friend, which basically means she fears for her life at this point and wants to let someone know she's not okay. He abruptly turns around at 1 minute and 19 seconds, and that's when you see she's basically been cornered in an alleyway this whole time. This video is a rare and creepy mix of awkwardness and cringe with a slightly psychotic vibe thrown in. I'm really glad she's okay and hope this live streamer never walks this route alone again at night. Number 6. The largest ghost sighting in the world. Gormand Sujon claims to have caught a mysterious figure in the sky that materializes from absolutely nothing. In reality, I'm pretty sure he materialized this video with an amateur special effects program. It looks halfway convincing until it swings wildly with the camera instead of staying in place, and in the slim chance that this video actually is real, I'm sure he's glad the giant creature is walking away. Number 5. The Weepy Ghost. Andy Karul Reisel is a normal person who has been experiencing some not so normal things caught on camera. Weird and creepy stuff that soon leaves him wondering if his house could be haunted.
Boom, boom.
Oke, ini Hah?
Everyone is in good spirits, except for the literal spirit itself, who apparently feels left out and compelled to check in. They rush upstairs and the bizarre sighting is nowhere to be found, but that isn't to say it's nowhere to be heard. Listen.
Nggak terus sih? Yang istri abang tuh tidur.
It sounds like it's right in his ear. He turns the light on and the scary ghost voice seems to disappear with the darkness. So what was this strange incident in Indonesia? Paranormal, I think. Number 4, the late night notification. Got a notification from my smartphone app in the middle of the night, writes a Reddit user on r/creepy. A lot of people are saying that something is wrong with her eyes, like this person has the black eyes associated with a specific paranormal sighting, though it could simply be too much eyeliner in my opinion. What I'm more concerned about is the way their hands are behind their back, kind of like they could be carrying something they intend to use on whoever answers. What do you make of this encounter? Paranormal or downright creepy? I say, why not both? Number 3, Brazilian hauntings. A popular YouTuber in Brazil named Ravana knows his house is haunted after some creepy stuff happened in one of his daily vlogs.
Alguns recheios que dá pra colocar, porque aqui no caso geralmente a gente nunca tem. Marlinha.
The door slams closed like a ghost is responsible, but the view just so happens to be partially blocked by the refrigerator, so I'm already suspicious of a setup because anyone could have closed it. The dog definitely didn't do it, but it also doesn't look like it's seen something paranormal, which makes me further suspicious. However, at 3 minutes and 26 seconds, it does briefly notice something down the hall before it gets called into the room by Ravana. Maybe the little dog did see a ghost and is just too innocent to know it should be terrified. Number 2, the living room ghost sighting. For years, a YouTube channel called Hunter and Briley has suspected their house is haunted, and one day they finally have enough paranormal evidence on video when a shadow figure runs behind her at 5 seconds. This video's creepy, but the shadow figure looks about the size of a kid. So that's Briley doing gymnastics. Then I guess the allegedly real ghost in the background could simply be Hunter. I've got a challenge for you. Since you've made it this far, why not like this video and hit subscribe in the next 5 seconds? Because we upload a new scary video every week. If you're curious about what I look like in real life, then go to my Instagram at DylanIsChillinYT and tap that follow button to find out. Number 1, the fire ceremony. A woman named Nesty Indigo seems to have formed a strong bond with the spirits of the forest in Indonesia. To prove this, she conducts a ceremony in an area where she's had some degree of success before.
Astagfirullahaladzim, 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 astagfirullahaladzim. Lihat ya teman-teman.
A fire somehow burns silently in the leaves without growing stronger or brighter.
Astagfirullahaladzim. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Astagfirullahaladzim. Itu apa teman-teman? Api. Astagfirullahaladzim. Allahu Akbar.
Is this a controlled burn as part of a skit or true acknowledgement from the spirit world of her powers? Ordinarily, I wouldn't think so, but something is so genuinely creepy about this video that I'm not sure. Thanks for checking out this video. Be sure to subscribe because we upload new countdowns every Tuesday and Saturday. Or if you're still not convinced, here are some of our other videos that I think you'd like. Enjoy!